Today we're going to mix words with horse racing, and of course we're going to show you how to rock and roll using your guitar and an iPad. Hey everybody, Jeffrey Powers here. Welcome to iPad 365, the show where we look at apps to keep your iPad play. We've got a great app here, a fun little app I've been playing. I got to turn it around because it is in portrait mode as opposed to landscape, called Word Derby by Chalingo, and we're going to talk about that in a second. But first, I want to let you know our email is show@ipad-365.com. I just did that in reverse. The Twitter handle is iPad365, so feel free to Twitter me over at iPad365 or show@ipad-365.com. Today I'm going to show you a new word game that mixes, like I said, word games with horse racing in Word Derby free. And of course there's two versions. There's a free version and of course there's a paid version. It works on all iOS devices. And of course if you want to get the full version non-free, it's 99 cents in the App Store. There are also some other in-app purchases such as tickets. Now basically what Word Derby free is it's just basically a word game. And of course you have horses. You pick your horse at the beginning, and then you find somebody to race with. So I don't have any races that are ready to play, but you can create your game by hitting the create game. You can choose a Facebook friend, a random opponent. You can do a pass and play. We'll just do pass and play that. We're going to choose 2 players. So during the pass and play, you cannot earn any experience points, but as you go, you can earn experience points. So basically, I'm going to hit play here, and then of course the board comes up. I've got my first letter T, so I could say, okay, from all these letters, I got to create a word. Like for instance, I don't know. Let's see. It's hard to do while you're doing a show. So anyway, we're going to do tined. There we go. So we played tined. We used the double word score, so it doubled the word. We did it underneath the time that was allowed. Once there's a timer on there, and of course you get more points the faster that you get a word solved. And he'll play that. He'll get points, and then it'll basically say, okay, you've done it in the right amount of time. Now it's going to bring it up, and it's going to say, I said tined, and player 1 said tined. It actually negates both those players. So it's what's called the word wipeout. Now, of course, you play again. We've got, let's see, okay, we got a word here, data. We'll just keep it simple as possible. So I'll play data, and of course, that'll go in and then go from there. I'm going to pass it to the next person. Of course, if you play online, you don't pass the device. You'll wait for them to make their play, so on and so forth. So the person goes, let's say dash. Here we go. There's a word. Like I said, it's a little bit harder to do when you've got to do it for a group. So anyway, so that puts in the words. Now these are going to be 2 different words. I said data, player 1 said dash. I got 10 points, they got 9 points. Of course, each tile gives you a set amount of points. So there the race keeps going. Now as you keep going, we're just going to go, you get up to a certain point, I think it's like 200 points to cross the finish line. Once you cross the finish line, the first person to do that wins the game. Pretty easy to play. Like I said, many different modes to play. You can play against Facebook friends, you can play against a random opponent, or you can just pass the iPad and play with somebody else. Once the name of the game is called Word Derby free. There's a free version, and of course the paid version is 99 cents. It's available for the iPad or an iOS device, and I believe there is an Android device out there. You can check it out. All right, today's iPad accessory for the holidays is a little device I got a few months ago, and I talked about it in a previous episode. It's called Positive Grid, and they have an app called Jam Up Pro. So basically what this is a little dongle, and of course it is a safe dongle. It doesn't use the connector port, so we're good with this device. You hook it up into the actual headphone jack, and then you can use the Positive Grid to hook your guitar into one or microphone into one, and then out to a mixing board or to a stereo or something like that. Of course, you'll need a cable to hook the guitar into or the microphone into, and then you'll need a cable to hook it out to the stereo or wherever you're going to be sending it to. There's a lot of cool apps on Jam Up Pro, including a tuner so you can tune your guitars, and of course all these amplifiers that you can get some good grungy sounds with, so you can use it for practice, or you can try and put it into your regular everyday use with the band or something like that. Maybe that becomes your new pedal board. I don't know, but they have a lot of different amplifiers. They have a lot of different pedals. Like for instance, I can add the mod pedal into the mix and go from there. You can do the tuner. You can even do some. You can even do a metronome, so you can keep on time and practice some of those cool tunes. Positive Grid is the name of the device, of course. Jam Up Pro is the application that you get. It's only $10 for this little dongle here that I saw. You might be able to get it cheaper. I'll put some links into the show notes where you can get this device for the holidays. And that's this episode of iPad 365. What'd you think of Word Derby? Are you gonna play along? My name is Geekazine on Word Derby. If you want to find me and add me as a friend and play against me, you can do so. I've kind of suck at the game. I do. It is what it is. So, and of course, Jam Up Pro, of course, Positive Grid. Like to thank them for getting me one of these little dongles, and check out the episode where I actually really do a good job in talking about what the app does and how it works. So, anyway, you can find me over at iPad 365 on Twitter. You can email me if you've got an application or if you've got an accessory that you want me to talk about. You can email me at show@ipad-365.com. All right, we will be back on Monday when it will be another episode of iPad 365. We will have another application for you and another accessory for the holidays. And until then, you guys geek out. You should follow Graphite on Twitter at GraphiteINC.